since 2020, when we had only 14 seats. We are here as the favorites for the next election because you never surrendered, you fought the fight, and you stuck with the People's National Party. For that, I am grateful, and we will never forget. I had to come here tonight because I have a power with my brethren as a... If there's ever a man that deserves to be in Parliament, if there's ever a person that has proven his commitment to his community and his people, if there is ever someone that deserves the people's support, it is Comrade Richard. And every time that you make a mistake and change as a, you see the reality of that mistake. Every time you try someone else, you see that nobody else match up to Richard Hassan and the effort that he's willing to put. So we're here tonight to talk to Thompson Town in particular, that we need you to come out in full force on the 3rd. Because it don't make sense we win the nomination day, we win the first debate, we win the second debate, we win the third debate, and we don't win the last day, which is the election. We must ensure that we win the election. So for the next few days, make sure you talk to those who need to be spoken to. Make sure you reach out to those who you need to reach out to. Because whether he be new or he newbie, Hassan will be a member of Parliament. Make a reason. First of all, I don't like how we have beat them. I beat them like a snake. But watch me. At every given point in a country's life and a person's life, there is two things for them to consider. So in a person's life and a country life, there is 2 points of consideration. The first point is where you are, and the second point is where you want to be. So at every given point when you wake up every morning, assess those 2 points, where you are and where you want to be. Now at the most basic, it is physical movement from point A to point B. At the end of this meeting, you will ascertain in your mind where you are and then chart a direction to where you want to be. Some of you want to be at the bar, some of you are going to be at the dance, some of you want to be home, but those 2 directions remain constant. Then as you go to a more bigger level, it is your ambition, where you are and where you want to be. Now the role of a politician who is elected is to make that journey more likely, to make it shorter, and to make it easier. Nothing that they should do should make it less likely, longer or harder for you to move from where you are to where you want to be. The misunderstanding of our roads cause for us to believe that that is only in the physical. Because if you don't have proper roads, it is going to be longer and more difficult for you to move physically from where you are to where you want to be. But there is a deeper reality about roads. Those roads that are not prepared threaten life, threaten limb, threaten asset, and tread the wealth. If your house is burned down and you have bad roads, then the fire truck take longer to reach, if it reach. And by the time it reach, your house burned down. If God forbid you catch a stroke, whether you wait for ambulance or a taxi, if the road bad, by the time you reach, you're dead or you're disabled. So sometimes when we are cussing at the taxi because of the discomfort, if we really recognize the risk of bad roads, then you would see the problems that it faces. But if you do an analysis of Jamaica's roads, you will see the basis of prejudice in Jamaica. Because as the roads become closer to the homes of the rich, they become better and better. You see, when you see all these roads that connect A to B, most of it is for profit. The roads of delivery of goods and services. But when it comes now to come off those roads, the rich live closer to those roads for profit. When you look at coming through Moko all the way up to Opiazo, it is a disgrace that would never have happened in some of our wealthy places. So the first thing is that physical movement. But the second thing is your ambition. Now we are going to discuss where you are now and where you want to be in education first. Because understand this, especially the youth. Those who do more work in school, do less work after school and get more pay. And those who do less work in school, do more work after school and get less pay. If you think it's a lie, go to a construction site. The man where mix the cement get 5 grand. And the one where pine plant to carry get 50 grand. The one where do the hardest work. One time we take politics to mix cement, we sleep for about 3 weeks. Cement make you discover a muscle in that back where you don't know about. I mix cement down the way come feed, I mean I be like sit down and lay down and eat. The man where mix the cement for the day, from him reach him bonus spliff and drink some rum. In the heat of the 10 and the 11 o'clock, he might go home with 5 grand. And the man will say, carry this on, move this on. He might get 50. Now why is that so? The one where a pint of construction management, the one where a pint of architect, the one where a pint an engineer, he did his work in school and so him do less work after school. It is therefore our duty to realize the prejudice and make sure that when our youth are foul fight is the baddest foul, he must do more work in school and therefore the less work after school. I don't know how much children are listening right now, but understand this. There is a mathematics of life. Why would you enjoy from 13 to 18 and then suffer from 18 till 80? There is no place for the uneducated 10 years from now. Who used to mix cement is premix truck. Who used to wash clothes is washing machine. Who used to chop bush is weed whacker. They don't want you to hear this message because they want people to bathe them dog and wash them toilet. But I am saying to you right now, look at where you are today and where you want to be in education. You see, when slavery was strong, the black people used to teach them children with story because they don't want the white people to know what they teach them. And because we have lost our way, we don't understand the story behind Anansi. We think Anansi was a story about tricking people. What all our grandparents was saying is that the mind is better than the muscle. I never hear Brother Nancy trick Brother Ants. I never hear him trick Brother Mosquito. It is always something so big and so strong that his mind defeats that one muscle. So if we don't develop the minds of our children, they will be defeated by the muscle. What therefore do we have under the Jamaica Labour Party? They have never been a party for knowledge. Remember, Labour rights said they have never seen scholarship, they have only seen sugarship. Remember, Labour rights said education can't. Remember, at every single point, when education was the priority, it is under the People's National Party. Now, me no want to show off, but understand as a Rasta, you see, if you don't show your pedigree, they will treat you like a mongrel. And you know, bright light will be in a 1 grade, and then time they will be answer. What makes this? I hear the one. Makes this. In 2015, the last year PMP was in power, literacy in 4th grade was 84%. In 2025, it is 65%. That is 7,000 less picnic every year being able to read. Why would the government be okay with that? In 2015, CXC mathematics was 14,800 youth pass. In 2025, 7,800 youth pass. 7,000 less a year. If you give Labour right another term, that's 35,000 in 5 years. Now you see how quick I do it. They couldn't do it, you know. As if I believe chest for the government be okay with that? In 2015, 5 subjects including math and English, which is what you need to go university, was 28%. Now it is 19%. Why would the government be okay with that? You see, Labour right can't win election if the people are knowledgeable, because you can see through the lies of the Jamaica Labour. They want you to be so poor that 5 grand send you to the polling station. But let us do the maths for 5 grand for 5 years. That's $1,000 a year. The year of 12 months, that's $87 a month. The month of 30 days, that is $2.40 a day. And the day of 24 hours, that is 10 cents an hour. Why would you sell yourself and your rights for 10 cents? They don't want you to know maths. Because if you know maths, you will realize that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, who love call me that man, but me are no hypocrite. The names must be named. Andrew Holness, are you my comfort? Andrew Holness, a.k.a. Crave Me. Every crave in your box have a warning. So Andrew must have a warning. But meditate on this. I Andrew Holness said that the poorest Jamaicans need 6,000 houses. He builds 30 per year. If no one you know max, because if you're going to build 6,000 houses 30 per year, it will take 200 years before you build 6,000 houses. They don't want you to learn maths because they have a project called LIFT. And LIFT is supposed to be for 17 to 24 years old. That is 240,000 children. Out of 240,000 children, LIFT targets 500. 500 will be LIFT. But 239,500 will be left. They don't want you know maths. And so therefore, they go out and kill education. They kill education by putting 2 lines in our school, reminding us of countries like South Africa under apartheid and America with prejudice, that you have a part line and you have a non-part line. They embarrass the children of the poor, standing in one dege line and waiting for them little white rice and chicken foot. Now remember me know English. I never said chicken feet. I said chicken foot. Because it's one dege piece of chicken foot. Now imagine that. The fowl have 2 foot. You couldn't give the picnic 1 fowl 2 foot. Somewhere in Jamaica right now, say can labor right a fowl up because it's 1 foot every we will change that because JP only give 180,000 picnic, and if you have a toilet that is not a big toilet, your picnic not qualify. If you are ambitious enough to buy a TV, your picnic not qualify. What kind of country are we running that we cannot feed a hungry child? What can we do? Do we live like TVMT for my style? Not even my style is here. But understand this. You cannot give $180 for a lunch. That cannot buy no lunch. No. The People's National Party said we will give $400 per child, and we will give 254,000 children so that your child can benefit from a lunch. Why they don't want to give your children a lunch? Because they want them miss some days of school. And when they miss some days of school, then now they don't end up performing in them exam. And when they don't perform with them exam, then end up gonna feed them yard and clean toilet. We need out of 5 days. Our children should be there 5 days. And therefore, the PMP is making sure that you don't have an excuse. Not only will we give $400 a day for them to be to school, we will give $10,000 a month for them taxi fare. So after the PMP give the children of the poor $10,000 for taxi fare and $400 a day for lunch, if you don't come, we don't know what is this, and don't send them to school. Remember tonight, Damian Crawford tell you, you should pay a debt of debt. So listen this. You see, if you now go PNP meeting and now go PTA meeting, I am giving you. watch them killing from one day. I don't bad mind the rich. I go in a corner and study them. And I see that there is a reality of mathematics that we must understand. When you left here, you have to learn something. There is a subject in maths called vectors. It said there is a distance and a direction. The rich want you to believe that those who are rich own something. So the direction is from A to B. But the truth is those who own something rich, the direction is from B to A. You see, if those who rich own something, then those who poor should be alright not owning. But if those who own something rich, then the poor should demand the ownership. That is why we did NHT. That is why we did land lease. That's why we did Operation Pride, so that the poor can own and then become rich. That's why we free up taxes. So understand, we recognize that there is too much level subject picnic, a work, a wholesale. We recognize that there is too much night subject look up earth. They are bus stop at 4 a.m. trying to reach a call center. No longer in this country to the children of the poor. So what did we say? We say that the first child in every single family that get into university, they will go for free under the People's National Bank. When you go home tonight, you look on your picnic and tell them that you see you are going to university. You belong to the people. So the next time, come and see only wrap up the place. I'll be a traffic when a nomination day. I don't only want traffic and nomination day. I want soon as escape on the toll of our UE. I want soon as escape on the toll. When I done with education, the next time you hear labor is labor for learning. Hold on. Come here, next to the people. We can't take too long. But we have to teach you people. We then recognize that there is a problem with ownership. I just teach you the local maths. I can teach you the local history. But before I teach you the history, I can teach you local English. They keep on calling me goat man. I don't like it. Because goat man means I only have one goat. They need to call me goats man because I have 400. I need plural from the name. Because I have many goats. And I don't want when labor right teeth no goat and I go station and say I want goat with them. I have the Bible right there. Goats. But where prejudice exists in this country is that when I say I'm going to give goat, they call me goat man. But when I'm just saying I'm going to give donkey, they never call him donkey man. I can't teach you some more English. There are some words in English that sound alike, but they are different. I hear Andrew only say reach off a taxi. I say what am I like? But when I was studying the English, maybe it was not T-A-X-I taxi. It was T-A-X-I taxi. love gimmicks, you know. But you have to laugh if you're being led by clowns. When you do the ball, because every idea where them have a million people from. Then the rap sometimes when we go on there for walk around here and I look who they are doing that them people to do in that but you know what is the importance of 1838? You know, Marcus Garvey said, those who know them history will always be better than those who don't. Meditate this. 1838 was when slaves became free. They passed the law in 1833 and said them have to teach them how to be free until 1838. In 1838, they realized that if the slaves leave the plantation, there will be no one to work it. And so they passed a law that you cannot own government land unless you have gotten it for 60 years. You know me, that man do my research. I go research the life expectancy of a slave in 1838. The life expectancy of a slave, how long he might live, was 57 years. So then passed a law that you must dead before you get it. That if you take piece of land when you are 0, you couldn't get it. Remember them time they get a one cut with us dead. Remember say that them are bring me back to know with the healthcare. Because if I one thing you right, give you a choice and it's free healthcare. If you choose free, there is no healthcare. And if you choose healthcare, there is no free. But we come back to that law, that 60 years. That are 1838. We know that 2025. 5 more years, 2030. And 8 more years, 2038. We are 13 years away from 200 years since slavery has ended. And in that period of time, we still say you cannot get government land until 60 years. The greatest beneficiary of colonialism, meaning ruled by the British, was the government. Because when the British left, all the land that they claimed, they handed it over to the government as crown land. If we are talking about reparations, then our government must redistribute the gifts of the British, which was the land, to the people. And so when you vote for PMP on the 3rd, we're going to rest on the 4th, but on the 5th, we change in 60 years to 25 years, and immediately those who are online for 25 years. We gave you the shield of not troubling you on your land. Go back and tell me when PMP come with bulldozer like Owancho, go over by Bernard and go bulldozer. But after we give you the shield, we have to give you the sword of your title. It is when you have your title that you can go to war. You cannot go to war with a shield. Shield is defense. You need a sword to fight for freedom, for liberty, for improvement, for the dreams of your children. You need that sword that when your daughter gets in a UE, you go bank with your title and say, give me a loan so that I can send them and don't depend on nobody. And so we have changed ownership. We then look again and we say, why all the houses are built at town? And therefore people start move out of them community. Move out of them comfort zone. When you have your picnic, you have to make granny keep him. All of them things is a planning. Because when you can't make granny watch her, you know, when she have 14 boy jump over, they go breed her now and she have to jump out of school. Then they want to hear these things. You know when we live, you know. Me and our rich people tell them in the yard, you know. And me and my sister, my next sister, share 1 acre land uptown, you know. I put uptown to tell them in the yard, uptown, you know. Because we know the value of family. We remember when we used to sleep on and dive on bed 3 away and have to sleep like soldier. When you roll over you get a elbow on your side. They don't know there's something. What do you have the woman wife you roll over? We get an elbow because I'm not sure what I'm going to go back to. That time I say careful and don't go your side. Because that's how we grow. But when you have left your family because you can't get good life in your community, you are left without protection. You're left without backup. You're left without your army. How you for going and fight 10 people you alone? That is what is happening when you have left your space. So we say in every constituency, we are going to build 500 houses. It is the first in my life. I see a government say we not just build house, but we are make sure that every space gets to them set. So that you can speak around with your family. You see the man them there now, let me tell you something. Jamaica have a single parent experience of 47%. You see in Asia, it's 7%. When a child only have one interested parent, they lose the support of 30 adults because they lose your circle as a father. My mother have 11 brother and sister. Me have 11 auntie and uncle. Me have 58 cousins. That's why no boy can't violate because my family big. Anytime I see nobody violate by internet, I just go in a family group and say, sit them, sit them, sit them. 58. Roll out. So no boy, no girl, no time, no way, no deal, can't violate. We then realize that there's a whole group of people disqualified from getting a mortgage, and they're disqualified by a single paper called a payslip. Which farmer have payslip? Who will sell downtown as I look market that payslip? Which soundman select that payslip? Hairdresser. All of those people can't get a mortgage because of the requirement of the mortgage is a payslip. Hey, they don't want to hear this, you know. That's why I see them now, hey, they might try to remember to touch the road in a reach out. Touch the road and teach people. You know, say when touch the road and after election, make them understand. The PMP say, alright, what is the purpose of the payslip? It is proof that you can afford the mortgage. So the mortgage are 100 grand, you carry your payslip for 300 grand, and them say, oh, like how you have 300 grand, you can afford 100 grand. So we say, if you don't have no payslip, you come in one of the PMP house, them on a rent to own. You pay a 6-month rent of 100 grand. And then that is proof that they can afford the mortgage. And the rent turns straight into a man. It means that all the farmers where make their money can come and get a rent to own house. All of the selector them can come and get a rent to own house. All of the hairdresser them, the people that have been on the fringes of society. This is the first. The bartender them. I don't know how it goes. We are changing this country. And so, when it comes to the trip, the journey, physically, we're changing the rules. When it comes to the journey in education, we're changing it. When it comes to the journey in health and house ownership, we're changing it. Let us tell you what we're doing for health. Because nobody now listen to labor right. When labor right manifesto, nobody now talk about labor right manifesto. Wait there. The only two things I'm talking about are two things with them teeth from me, you know. But means this. As of the 10th of September, we will make a health card for children 0 to 18 that will cover not only hospital visits, but private visits, diagnostics, surgery, and autism. No child would suffer under the People's National Park. When Labour Right asks you why PMP is doing all of this for our children, the greatest injustice is the punishment of a child for his parents' action. When you go on the internet, they must say, walk to the parents. If the parent worthless, the child should not suffer. But enough time I know what this. Enough time the parent was robbed of their opportunity. And so now that they are a parent, they want to equally rob your child. You know how much I wouldn't have to stay home from school for bus fare and lunch money. You know how much taxi man now should have been engineer if you get a chance. You know how much I want father never mind none of that they couldn't go to school. The circumstances of the poor isn't always their choice. And so we have to make sure that our children are not robbed. So understand this comment. When we see all of those plans, and then hear Labour Rights say, PMP no plan. Well, it's all like them, not like them planning. So we have some other plan. You see the man who give contract to his girlfriend and a market me, you plan to go to jail. If them don't like the education plan and the health plan and the housing plan, you see the man will buy the bus, them will sit on internet for $4,000 to $1.4 billion. You're going to jail. If they don't like these plans, well, rural read where thief the look up pick their money. 25 years, you're going to jail. Craveny, 1 year for every bank account. That's 28 years. You're going to jail. You see the man down a petrol jam that fired the lady in her work. Hire him girlfriend and no CXC. Then give her a raise. You are going to jail. So all you see them as a mark of security. Don't fret about the security. Fret about the judge. Cause one by one going. Comrades, I don't want you to believe me. Everything when me say Google it. I don't want you to believe in me. Me and not Jesus. I want you to believe with me that better is possible, better exists, and better must come. One day.
Find the trumpet for us. Find the trumpet.
Come
better sound than my country away from the bomber and answer the call.
The persecution of Rasta still exists in a Jamaica, you know. Even though them are gone and them have fashion locks, curly locks, kiss up locks, all vegetarian food and things. Them still don't like Rasta. Them don't like you. Vibes, you know, I'll do it like how everybody else do it. We do it different. But Marley birthday, celebration of the music. Yes, big music, them go all over the world. One of the most popular artists in the world, because I said in a Jamaica and the Caribbean, you know. One of the most popular artists in the world. Our serious thing are going down a Montego Bay where a Virgin Negos, I think them guys sentence him tomorrow, them hold him with some herbs and you know them still a hold Rasta with herbs. It's them still a lock you up for herbs. Them still a burn down the plant them. Them still a sell it to other people. You know, herbs. But it's gone. So we want to mention it tomorrow because there will be a demonstration tomorrow. Peaceful demonstration on a Montego Bay in front of the courthouse. Hail.
Greetings, Muta.
Oh, you know, Mama. Nanny?
Thanks, give thanks, yes.
Yes. Nanny, we are going on a Montego Bay. We have that demonstration and thing.
Yes, indeed, it's a serious thing, you know. And it's like, you know, the more things change, the more they remain the same, or the more they
say.
You know? Because you feel to that the 2015 amendment to the so-called Dangerous Drugs Act, where Rastafari given the right, the exemption to have herbs, to possess herbs.
Yeah.
According to the act, they don't put any limit on the amount. There's no limit put in that act to say, well, then the Rastaman, so
2 ounces or 10 pounds.
Exactly. Right? It just state that Rasta have the right to have herb for sacramental purposes. All right? And imagine, you know, the same brethren who is about to be sentenced tomorrow. In 2017, they went to his place and pick up almost 2 pounds same way of herb. And when him carry the documents to the police station and show the police them, that is the amendment, the document, like, you know, specifying the amendment. The police give him back in herb, you know, because them see where there is no limit there.
That's 2017.
2017, and here we are, 7 years later. 2 pounds of herb, them going there in place to find, right? And the herb up, marked sacramental herb, all right? And them convict him for possession and dealing, you know?
Wow.
So, what we're saying, what we're really saying, is it that they, you know, we don't have, what we're supposed to have as rights, we don't really have it as rights, you know, and yet other people can enjoy the herb. And even the same government has looked for import herb.
Yes.
From Canada. And yet, right here in Jamaica, the Rasta man who've been persecuted over the years.
Still a go on with it.
Still a face.
All right, make us say something here, because it's kind of funny. We hear the minister, Babs Guillen, and it was gazetted in the Jamaica Gazette that them going to stop call it dangerous drug. That's a one thing, them say. And that there will be spaces allotted for Rasta to smoke herbs. No, the thing with it is that if you's a Rasta, I go out and Bingy from Portland to Montego Bay, and you carry herbs to go deal with your sacramental rights and so. And police stop you. And when the police stop you, come and say it already about 3 weeks ago, you know, when the police stop you, him find the herbs that you tell him where I go on, him say, him no know nothing about that.
Exactly.
Him no know nothing about that.
No public education program. Them, you know, so you just like to get up and make statements, right? Political mileage without following through and educating the agents of the state about what they are talking about. So it's from 2015 till now, 9 years, and still the police them ignorant about the amendment to the so-called Dangerous Drugs Act, right? So
that was brought up. The attention of the minister or anybody.
Yes, because RMO, we have been in discussions, and rather, we have been in discussions with the Minister of Justice for more than a year now, trying to convince him of the fact that, you know, sacramental herb, you can't have no measure on it. When you talk about 5 plants can produce...
No, man, 5 pounds.
No, they said that the average citizen in Jamaica is allowed to have 5 pounds.
But that's a 5 plant can produce 5 pounds.
It can produce 5 pounds, and it can, you know. So look at that now. That is even contradictory right there. So really and truly, this thing was not properly thought through, and yet the state, the agents, the policeman, them still targeting Rasta. You know, for arrest and continued persecution. You know, and yet the whole thing is Rasta them are used to sell the country. You know, the brand.
Not to mention now the Bob Marley movie.
And Bob Marley, right now in the period of Bob Marley birthday, you know, the man are going to face judgment tomorrow. You know, so we can't sit down and take it like that. We have to, as a community, speak up, talk, not all right. You know, because some people figure say, well, and they think the law amended, and so Rasta is all right and safe. But no, we're still being persecuted. It's not, you know, it just, you know, just look, the man, we're just tired of being tired. That's the whole point of this thing, you know. And so tomorrow, them said them going to sentence him tomorrow. Now, the same thing, when you talk about the transportation of the herb, you know, this man, his space is gazetted, you know.
Yes,
as a sacramental space, you know, right? And he has been given permits from 2015. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, get permits to transport the herb to Roots Fest. Remember Roots Fest was right? To some fest. To, you know, to even Rebel Salute, you know, he is given permits to transport up to 10 pounds of herb to those events. right? And yet, his face are going to be targeted by a policeman, you know, and raided and, you know, so when this thing going on, you know, it's going on from last year, you know, the case. And so, I mean, we really believe that the judge would have see through the whole thing.
When them hold him with this last portion of ganja, when them hold him with it?
I don't remember the exact date, but I know it's from last year because we went to the court last year, right? It's not full year yet, but it's in the course of last year.
And the police will stop him. When them explain to the police,
they never stop him. Them go to him place. Them go to the same place.
And when them say where them go in place?
Well, I wasn't there, so we already. But him tell them say that.
No, where him say him tell them.
That is a sacrament, and him have the right to have the sacrament.
Them don't know nothing about that.
No, and them arrest him and then them drag him through the court every time you go. Lay off, put off, go on and go on and go on. So many times him been to court for close to probably 10 times.
Yeah.
Right? And then January 18 now, when him go to court, the judge tell him say them find him guilty and him for come to court tomorrow for to be sentenced. Yeah.
May I tell you, Rasta, rough.
I'm telling you, we're getting. It's a retrogressive move. It is, you know. Look, I don't know what's going on.
I feel all of it should have like a 10 pound of ganja so long as we had. And tell the police so we have it.
Or maybe we carry it, go to the courthouse with it.
You know, because it kind of. Me don't understand how them politicians run them thing, you know, because if them start about say them are decriminalize ganja and them are give 2 own site and you can have 5 plant. Everybody know in Jamaica that if you have 5 plant in your yard, it can give more than 2 ounces. As me say, it can give 2 pounds.
Exactly.
Alright, so when your plant grow big now and you
what are you going to do with it?
What you going to do with it? Just weigh 2 pounds, weigh 2 ounces and throw the rest.
Yeah.
What kind of madness is that?
I'm telling you, nothing is thought through properly, you know? Nothing is, when it applies to the Rasta man, you know?
Yeah.
And them have the herb out there, them give commercial license.
Of course.
They're required to pay how much money for license and how much money to fence up your place. And, you know, and throughout these years, a Rasta man hold this thing, you know what I mean? And if it were not, and then, you remember people used to always talk about our ganja make you mad.
Yeah, no, that's why Buster Manti did want to lick out, get rid of ganja, get rid of Rasta, you know. Because that him say want to get rid of the ganja because the Rasta make, the ganja make the man them get mad.
Yeah, but you see, at the consciousness, where the man them are preaching at them the time that them call mad.
But look, you know, them biggest icon right now, Bob Marley.
Exactly.
Bob Marley best song them was written with a big spliff.
That's about her.
A big spliff in her mouth.
Yes.
Ganja all over, pipe a draw, and song and sing and song and make and all them something there. How them come to grips with that? How them come to grips with them persecution for so long?
Because you see, Bob Marley was alive now, he would have never be an icon. He would have been persecuted same way.
But I mean, you know something. You talk about men and people. Hey, Rasta, when I talk about you individual sister, but we don't talk about Rasta in general. Rasta in general have to know, say, the persecution of Rasta still exists in a Jamaica, you know. Even though you see them are gone and them have fashion locks, curly locks, piece up locks, all vegetarian food and things. Them still don't like Rasta. Them don't like you.
All the tourist area, them are red, gold and green and Rasta image and all of them things that them use for them brand Jamaica.
Bob Marley picture in one of them tourist board office. Bob Marley picture, big posters with a big ganja spliff. And me I say, how this possible? How this possible? How this can still go on? I understand this.
So we used and abused at the same time.
Well,
culture is used to make money and to bring in tourists and to bring people to the country for the whole you know.
I mean, you know, it's a weird thing, you know, because sometimes you see a man a laugh and, you know, some will eat and drink you, but behind them back them to upon you. That is friend and friend thing. But you have people in this society, you know, that even though, you see, Baba never tune say, you don't have to love me, you know, just respect me. That's all you need, you know, respect. Yeah. You see that society as it relates to Rasta, all we are show them certain things in the society, you know. We are show them how to prevent from going to doctor too much, how to eat good food, you know, draw from a cultural expression, use the music for push out a certain level of love and understanding to one another. What the hell them want? What them want? Cause the alternative, you know, is to just do some other things, you know, the alternative.
Exactly. And that's what I'm looking at, you know, because I was saying, even the Rasta in a community, the Rasta man is the man who keep down the crime, you know.
Yes.
And I'm be the conscience of the youth, them, you know, and show them the proper way to go, you know. And yet you turn around and criminalizing him, you know. And at the same time, you're wasting resources.
Yes,
because the time a policeman takes a left the station and go look for a Rasta man and take up 2 pounds of herb. You know how much crime are going out there? When can go deal with more serious crime, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
And them must survive now.
Time as well.
Yeah.
Dragging a man through courthouse.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
You're wasting resources when it could have been focused in a positive way.
Things them say like, love. We can't don't have to see certain things and I talk about one love, one heart, let's get together and be all right, you know. It can't work that way there, you know.
All right, at all.
You know, see, it can't work that way there.
Yeah.
Them have to show some respect before them fees I can't get people, because we there I live and I show people a cultural expression all over the world, a flag come at Jamaica. Rasta vibes on everybody.
They have to have an impact on
entire world. I have to dodge Rasta. You know. Anyway, sister, I can't come tomorrow. Like the way I'm going to be plus all the program about. And I like, you know, in some part I just call me and call IRFM Shamara and make sure know we're going down there.
Yes. And give thanks, Muta, you know, for
yeah, man. Of
you know,
course.
we have, you know, everything. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's just disgusting and, you know.
Terrible.
Terrible, man. Terrible. You know, to see what our country still remains, and as a matter of fact, not only still remains, but getting worse.
Yes. All right, give thanks, sister.
Huh?
No, I say give thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks indeed. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And more love and protection. Yeah.
Yeah, that is Nani. Yeah, we're talking about this persecution of Rastafari still after. And you can bet say at the end of the month you see some big dreadlocks man a run up and down in a bus. But him a go put on green t-shirt and all them something there. Some big man with some woolly locks on him head. I run behind the orange people them. And I run behind the green people them. And I go on like say them is well okay and integrated in the society. Because them can jump on coaster bus and get some boom and some fried chicken or burger and all them something there. If you go dip them finger in a ink. And when it done, them life is still the same. Still the same. And we must go like them there. Like them.
Smart.
No, man, I don't like I know one way, no rata. Like I know one way, man. Look, I live in Jamaica. we live in Jamaica. So why? Because it is not, our cultural expression is not conforming to the European idea and European ways of thinking. And after them see what it do, it's not an evil thing in the society. Them can't say, them don't know now, given the projection of Rastafari all over the world. Them can't say, no, them don't know what Rastafari is and what our intention is. Them can't say, them not do that again, you know. Them can't say some dirty boy, dirty this, dirty that again, you know. Ganja smoking madman. Them can't say that again because they are so long now, them know what it is intention. Them know. So why after them know this, them still insist to go through that persecution? What them want to do? Them want to change gear. It's easy for change gear, you know. It's easy for change gear. May I tell you? Anyway, this is, you know, you sound like Lee Perry in that song, you man. Hey, Lee Perry write a whole heap of them song too, you know. May I tell you? Hey, it's a serious thing when you really think about it and figure it out. Them can no longer say Rastafari is a burden upon the Jamaican society. Them can't say that. The same lock-said, dirty head man will walk the streets and now set himself up. Sometimes he set himself up and still never connect to the wider society, the workforce in the society, but him find a way out. Find a way out to survive, take care of his family. And now the music will help whole heap of ones to get a better life and give thanks to those who use the music for not only get a better life, but for maintain them Rastafari way of life. Because it's not easy to do that. Especially right now where you see I go on. It's not easy for just consciously as a Rastafari. I mean, I just sing about it. When I talk about just sing about it. We talk about live the expression, live the cultural expression of Rastafari in this place here. Maintain it. Straight really like an arrow.
Trust me.
And them still insist to persecute Rasta, yeah? What them want us to do, I tell you, know, Rasta, things can change in the twinkling of an eye. Yes, I tell you, no, things can change in the twinkling of an eye. Because I see you know, look upon Bob Marley as a national treasure. National treasure. One was brought more links and connection to them tourist industry than any other person, any other Jamaican. The same lock-said man, you're looking at the movie and you say, herbs that smoke, bad that curse, and locks that flow. And that is what is the celebration. Without this cultural expression of Rastafari, there wouldn't be no Bob Marley. It's just simple. So the hypocrisy is that you elevate Bob Marley, but I lick against Rasta said we. What kind of madness that? Uno go on like, uno take drugs. Uno talk about Rasta get mad to smoke earth, but look where I go on in the society, you think a Rasta cause the whole heap of youth, them fire shot all over the place. You think a Rasta youth do that? Rasta cause it? You know, watching yourself, you know. We need some power. Some serious power, because that is the only thing them respect. Yeah, the only thing them respect. You have to have power. Yes. Marcus Garvey tell you that too. I want to play this tune here, you know. This tune here is a tune where I never hear no one else play it on radio. And I sure know it's not a band song. I don't know why, but I don't hear nobody play it. The whole heap of Bob Marley, love you, Bob Marley and them things. They look like them just, them not like the revolutionary Bob Marley, you know, them like the holy and holy Bob Marley. So, we'll go back to this tune here by Marley named Black Progress. And as I say, from I played years now, I don't hear no more one play on no radio station at all. I don't know if his tune say Black Supremacy in it, but him say some other things and some other tune where, you know, like I feel like burning a church because I know the preacher lie. Building church and university and all them song there. Babylon System or some tune where, yes, it have the fire in it, have progress. You know, a whole heap of ones never know so Bob Marley sing them kind of explicit songs there about black progress. And enough I'm tune them, I'm sure you Africa Unite and yes, Naya Binky and these things. Go and play this song here. This next song here is Buju Banton cover this song here. I bet you all people never know say I know Buju Banton song him did that sing.